Most people walk into Tiffany & Co. and see one brand. They are wrong. Tiffany is 7 brands stacked inside a single blue box, each one at a completely different price point, delivering a completely different ratio of material value to marketing premium. The difference between the cheapest thing Tiffany sells and the most expensive is over 1,000 times. These are the 7 levels of Tiffany & Co. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what you are paying for at every tier. Level 1. Sterling silver and entry point. From $200 to $600. This is the front door, the gateway. The level where Tiffany hooks you for the first time and hopes you never leave. The return to Tiffany heart. Tag bracelet sits here, starting around $300 in sterling silver. It is the most recognized piece of jewelry in the world after a wedding ring, and it is also the most counterfeited. Tiffany sells more pieces from this collection than any other in their entire catalog. Here is what you are holding at Level 1. Sterling silver, which is 92.5% pure silver, alloyed with copper for strength. At current market prices, the raw silver in a heart tag bracelet weighing roughly 27 grams is worth about $30 to $35. The chain, the clasp, the finishing, and the assembly add another $20 to $30 in manufacturing cost. That puts the total production cost somewhere between $50 and $65. Tiffany sells it for $300 to $600. That is a 5 to 10 times markup, which is significantly higher than what a local jeweler charges for a comparable sterling silver piece. But here is what that markup buys you. The Tiffany hallmark stamped with precision that counterfeiters cannot replicate. Soldered links where every loop is a continuous circle with no visible seam. And the brand recognition that means when someone sees that heart tag on your wrist, they know exactly what it is. If you value the material, Level 1 is a difficult deal to justify. If you value what the name means to you, it is the cheapest way to own a piece of that story. The best buy at Level 1 is the Elsa Peretti open heart pendant in sterling silver. It is one of the most iconic designs in Tiffany's history, costs less than most heart tag pieces, and holds its resale value better than anything else at this price, because collectors actively seek it out. Level 2. Gold entry and everyday jewelry. $600 to $2,000. This is where Tiffany starts putting real precious metal on your body. 18-karat gold appears for the first time, mixed with pieces that combine sterling silver and gold, or introduce small diamonds. The Tiffany T collection lives here at its most basic, along with Elsa Peretti diamonds by the yard and return to Tiffany pieces in gold. At Level 2, the material changes dramatically. 18-karat gold is 75% pure gold. Even a small pendant contains $150 to $400 worth of metal. Add a small diamond and the total production cost lands between $200 and $600 depending on the piece. Here is what changes at Level 2 that most people miss. The resale market strengthens significantly. A sterling silver Tiffany piece from Level 1 loses 40 to 60% of its value the moment you leave the store. A gold Tiffany piece from Level 2 typically retains 50 to 70%, because the underlying gold has intrinsic value that a silver piece at $300 simply does not carry in the same proportion. Gold does not tarnish, does not need polishing, and does not lose its surface over time. It ages and it endures. That is not marketing. That is chemistry. The best value at Level 2 is the Elsa Peretti diamonds. By the yard pendant, in 18-karat gold. It has been in production since 1974. It will never look dated, and the gold content means your money is going into the piece, not just the box. If you are enjoying this breakdown, subscribe. I cover jewelry and the industry behind it every week. Level 3. The Signature Collections, $2,000 to $7,000. Now we enter the territory where your taste starts to matter more than your budget. Tiffany T bracelets in solid 18-karat gold, the HardWear collection, the Lock collection, and the Knot collection all live at Level 3. This is where Tiffany competes directly with Cartier at its entry point, and where the conversation shifts from "what can I afford" to "what do I want?" At Level 3, you are wearing pieces that contain $400 to $1,500 worth of gold, some with paved diamonds adding another $300 to $1,000 in stone cost. These are not stamped out on a production line. They are assembled, polished, and inspected by skilled craftsmen. Here is the critical question at Level 3. Is Tiffany better than Cartier at this price? The honest answer is no, not on material specs alone. A Cartier Love bracelet at $6,900 holds 70 to 85% of its resale value. A Tiffany T bracelet at $3,500 holds 50 to 65%. Cartier wins on resale. But Tiffany offers something Cartier does not at this level: variety. The Lock, the Knot, the HardWear, the T. 4 distinct design languages across different aesthetics and different moments. Cartier has the Love and the Juste un Clou, 2 silhouettes. Period. What the marketing will not tell you at Level 3. Under LVMH ownership since 2021, Tiffany has been raising prices consistently. Pieces that cost $2,400 in 2022 now cost $3,200. The gold did not change. The brand premium expanded. If you are considering Level 3, buy sooner rather than later. The best buy at Level 3 is the Tiffany Lock bracelet in mixed metals. Gender-neutral design, a distinctive mechanical closure, and it photographs extremely well. Level 4. Diamond jewelry and statement pieces, $7,000 to $25,000. Level 4 is where the diamond becomes the main character. Tiffany Victoria pendants and earrings with significant stones, Tiffany T diamond pave bangles, and the more elaborate HardWear pieces with diamond settings all sit here. At this level, you are no longer buying jewelry that happens to have a diamond. You are buying a diamond that happens to be set in Tiffany. What separates Tiffany diamonds from the competition? Sourcing. Tiffany buys rough diamonds directly and cuts them in-house. 65 to 75% of the polished diamonds in Tiffany pieces come from rough stones the company processed itself. Most competitors source pre-cut stones from third-party dealers. They are selecting from a catalog. Tiffany is building from raw material. Here is the uncomfortable truth about Level 4. The same diamond in a different setting without the Tiffany brand costs 30 to 40% less from a reputable independent jeweler. Tiffany does not sell bad stones, but at this level, you are paying for the assurance that their quality control is better than your ability to evaluate a diamond yourself. For most people, that assurance is worth something real. For a buyer who knows stones, it is an expensive convenience. The best value at Level 4 is the Tiffany Victoria pendant in platinum with a significant center stone. Classic cluster design, maximum sparkle, and the platinum will never wear down or change color. Level 5. Engagement rings, $5,000 to $75,000. This is Tiffany's emotional heartland. The 6-prong Tiffany setting, introduced in 1886, is the most famous engagement ring design ever created. Before Tiffany, diamonds were set in bezels that hid most of the stone. Charles Louis Tiffany lifted the diamond above the band on 6 platinum prongs, letting light enter from every angle. Every modern solitaire engagement ring is a descendant of this design. At Level 5, the diamond is everything. A 1-carat round, brilliant in the Tiffany setting, starts around $12,000 to $15,000. The same stone, same certified quality, from an independent jeweler runs $7,000 to $9,000. That gap is the Tiffany Premium, and it is the widest dollar amount gap in their entire product line. But here is what that premium gets you. Tiffany grades their diamonds more strictly than standard industry certifications. They reject roughly 70% of the gem-grade diamonds that would otherwise qualify. Their internal standards for cut symmetry and light performance are tighter than the industry's excellent grade. Whether you can see the difference with your naked eye is debatable. Whether Tiffany believes in the difference is not. The resale story at level 5 is mixed. A Tiffany engagement ring loses roughly 20 to 35% on the secondary market. The Tiffany Premium evaporates partially on resale, meaning you pay it once and never fully recover it. If the name matters to you or your partner, Level 5 delivers a genuinely excellent product. If the name does not matter, the same stone quality is available for significantly less elsewhere. Level 6. Fine jewelry and designer collections. $25,000 to $200,000. We have crossed into a different world. Tiffany's Schlumberger collection lives here, along with major Tiffany Victoria pieces, elaborate Paloma Picasso designs, and significant diamond jewelry that requires an appointment to view. Jean Schlumberger was one of the most important jewelry designers of the 20th century. He joined Tiffany in 1956 and created pieces that treated gold and gemstones like sculpture rather than decoration. His enamel work, his use of asymmetry, and his fusion of natural forms with precious materials remain unmatched in their originality. At level 6, every piece is a significant investment. A Schlumberger bracelet in 18-karat gold with enamel and diamonds can run $50,000 to $150,000. The craftsmanship at this level involves techniques that cannot be automated. Enamel work requires firing the piece in a kiln at precise temperatures, and the slightest variation in heat can crack the surface and destroy weeks of labor. Each Schlumberger enamel piece is fired and finished by hand, making every one subtly unique. Here is what most people do not know about level 6. These pieces appreciate. Schlumberger pieces from the 1960s and 70s routinely sell at auction for multiples of their original price. They are collected as art objects, and the market for them has only grown. If you are buying at level 6, you are acquiring a piece of design history that happens to be wearable. The best buy at level 6 is a vintage Schlumberger piece from a reputable auction house. You get the design, the heritage, and the craftsmanship at a price often lower than buying new. Level 7. Blue Book and High Jewelry, $200,000 and above. The Blue Book is Tiffany's annual high jewelry collection, and it is where the house shows what it can truly do when there are no limits. Named after Tiffany's original mail-order catalog from 1845, the Blue Book today features one-of-a-kind pieces designed around exceptional gemstones. A single Blue Book necklace can contain a stone that took years to source and months to set. Prices start around $75,000 for the entry pieces and climb past $1 million for the centerpiece designs. The 2025 Blue Book collection, Sea of Wonder, features one-of-a-kind pieces with rare blue tourmalines, exceptional sapphires, and diamonds above 10 carats. These are not pieces you walk into a store and buy. They are shown by appointment and purchased by collectors for whom jewelry is both adornment and an asset class. At level 7, Tiffany competes with Van Cleef High Jewelry, Graf, and Harry Winston. The difference is heritage. The Tiffany diamond, a 128-carat fancy yellow diamond, discovered in 1878, remains one of the most famous gemstones in the world. That is not marketing. It is provenance earned over nearly 2 centuries. Here is the uncomfortable truth about Level 7. You will never recoup the full retail price on the secondary market. The premium for being the first owner is real and non-recoverable, but the stone itself retains significant value, and the piece as a collectible occupies a space between jewelry and art that appreciates on a timeline measured in decades, not years. So where does that leave you? The sweet spot at Tiffany lives between levels 2 and 4, $600 to $25,000. This is where the materials represent real value, and the Tiffany premium is at its most justifiable. Start at level 2 with a gold piece to test the craftsmanship. Explore level 3 when your taste catches up with your budget. Move to level 4 when you want a diamond, vetted to a standard most jewelers do not bother with. Buy at level 1 only if you understand you are buying the brand, not the metal. Consider level 5 carefully, because the engagement ring market has more competition than any other segment, and Tiffany's premium is widest here. Approach levels 6 and 7 as art purchases. The rules of everyday jewelry no longer apply. Across all 7 levels, one truth holds. Tiffany & Co. is not the best value in jewelry. It has never claimed to be. What it is at every level is consistent. The silver is clean. The gold is real. The diamonds are vetted. The finishing is precise. And the name carries nearly 2 centuries of history behind it. Whether that history is worth the premium is your decision. But now you know exactly what you are paying for at every level. Which level are you at? Which level are you aiming for? Drop it in the comments. And if this changed how you think about Tiffany, subscribe. I will see you in the next one.